Hello and welcome to For Further Review. I'm Lisa Trail, the Director of Communications for Murfreesboro City Schools, and today I have the honor of interviewing Dr. Linda Gilbert, Director of Schools. So today you get to sit on the other side of the seat.
That's right. Can I leave now?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right.
So,
All right.
Dr. Gilbert, last year we had a great school year. We ended with a lot of new opportunities. We opened new schools. We did new zoning. Lots of activities over the summer. Can you kind of go into a little bit of detail about what happened and how that's going today?
Sure. Well, it went amazingly well. When you look at what we did, we really did rezone the entire district because we were looking at community schools, but yet opening spaces in the schools so we had enough room for the growth. We basically opened 3 new schools because we shifted Discovery School Reese Rogers to Discovery School at Bellwood. We pulled out the pre-Ks out of Bellwood, put them back in the schools, and then, of course, opened overall. The thing that we didn't expect the 461 new students who came that were just surprising. So that is a school in itself when you look at numbers. We had to hire 23 additional teachers. Thankfully, the tax revenue had come in, so that really helped with that. But it's really remarkable what work was done. You have basically 2 months. You have June and July because teachers come back in at the end of July, and we don't finish school until the very end of May. And to have that much work done was remarkable. Cannot give enough kudos to the maintenance staff, to the yard staff, to the transportation staff. All of those folks came together and assisted teachers and administrators, and then have teachers have everything packed up, ready to go so that could happen, and then to unpack and create a new environment of learning, to get to know each other, to get to know new faculties, really is an amazing feat for the district, and it really speaks well to the personnel that we have.
You're right. And with over 400 new students, we've had 461 new
so
students and growing. We have new teachers. That means we also have new parents. So as a new parent to Murfreesboro City Schools, or as an existing parent, how can I help my child? How can I help my child succeed every day in the classroom?
Well, I think I would have that open communication with the teachers and with the principals. I know that the schools have done a good job as far as involving the parents. Several of them have had events already. They had open houses even before we normally have open houses. I think there's information on the website, but I think really that communication with the teacher first, to find out what's going on in the classroom, to see what learning needs to be occurring. I think that's just paramount. And then also to have participation in the schools, to join the PTAs, to attend events, really critical.
So as my child comes home, they have homework, is there a place that I can turn?
Sure. A lot of the teachers are going to have homework help on their actual websites, or they'll be sending information home. Murfreesboro City does participate in the homework help hotline, and so if there is a need there, I find though that really the philosophy we have with homework across the district is that it should be reinforcement. And so it's important for the students to already have the material that would be the background material for that homework that's being done. So that homework really should be viewed as practice, not new learning. And I think that's pretty consistent across the district. So that's helpful.
That is helpful. One of the other things that was really implemented in the end of last year, and really more so this year, is the new technology. So how is that going? What are you seeing with the students? What are you seeing with the teachers? Because I know last year they were very excited when they started seeing laptops and iPads appear.
Right. We really were blessed with a partnership with the City Council to help us purchase that. If we had not done that, we would actually have classrooms that had no technology at all this year, and that's just not acceptable to a school district that is trying to prepare children for the 21st century. If you think about how much we use technology every day, the fact that this is being broadcast after it's actually being taped is in itself a remarkable evidence of the use of technology. So what we're seeing in the classrooms, children are researching more. They're finding out they're opening doors to the new world. They're also being able to collaborate together. So by having a laptop for every 2 students or an iPad for every 2 students, what you'll see in classrooms is you'll see students working together. You'll see teachers who are deciding, well, at this particular time, I'm not using my laptop. Go ahead and use my laptop so that every child in your classroom can have a laptop or an iPad. We had testing last Last year, the writing test was online from the state. We'll have that again this year. That's the requirement. We also have had a new test that the board will actually be hearing about tonight called NWEA, which is an assessment that lets us know where the students are and gives us immediate feedback. So we'll be using that for online 3 different times this year. We've already experienced it once. So I think really when you look at what's happening in our classroom, it very much is mimicking what happens in the real world and in the world of work, which is what we want for our students.
And our classroom day doesn't end at 3. We go with our or 3:30. It's either 2:30 or 3:30
Right.
for the regular day, but after that, ESP is offered. If you follow us on Twitter, MCS Communicates, you are seeing lots of activities going on after school. What are the goals for ESP this year?
ESP is in some ways an extension of the school day, and that used to be really what we would say, but I think it's really beyond that now. I think what we're seeing is we're seeing partnerships with the Chamber, for example. We've implemented a program called ACE, where we have people from the business world coming in talking about what they do at work, and then the students are taking a field trip, one each semester, to see what's happening there. You're seeing things happening on Saturdays. You're seeing things happening throughout the summer. Club Marvel, which is a partnership with MTSU, has been great to get our students on campus. But we're also seeing things outside of ESP even. We're seeing schools have family night. Northfield recently went to the MTSU farm. And so great experiences there. They'll also be going to Embassy Suites. We're seeing partnerships with karate. We're seeing partnerships with strings. We're seeing partnerships across the district that we haven't seen in a long time. And so I'm very excited about it. So yes, is there homework help? Absolutely. But there's also a lot of enrichment going on, a lot of things that would be happening with students and with their families after school, which is what we want, because what we want is that school to be the center of community. One other comment, now with 830 schools, what we're seeing is we're seeing some things happening in the morning. So we're seeing some enrichments there in the morning that we have not seen in the past. So I'm very excited about what's happening with ESP. I'm also very excited about what the principals are doing as far as engaging families. It's critical.
Well, and I know there are so many things going on this year. There's so many things that went on last year and the past 3 or 4 years that you've been the director of schools. It's a lot of responsibility. You carry a large responsibility every day to our schools, and you're out in our schools every day. So I guess my question to you, and this is one of the questions like you would ask, so what inspires you? What inspires you every day to succeed and to help these children?
Exactly what you said at the very end of that sentence. In Murfreesboro, children are first. And so if we can help a child see the future, if we can help a child see and fulfill their potential, that's what it's all about. I have the utmost respect for our principals, for our administrators, for our teachers, for all our support staff, because they are committed to children. And if they aren't, they wouldn't work here, because there are 2 things you have to have in Murfreesboro City. You have to work hard and you have to care about children. And we hire for heart. So we really are looking for those people that really do care about children. What inspires me, I guess, is the work that's done out there that I see every day. I often tell teachers and administrators, look for the smiles of the children. That's pretty special when you see a smile on a child's face. That's enough.
That's awesome. So thank you for being my guest today.
Well, thanks.
Thank you for watching us. We appreciate it. We always love the feedback from Murfreesboro City Schools gets from our parents and all of our community members. So I guess I'll sign off for further review, and thank you for joining us today, and we'll have the school board meeting in a little bit.
Thanks.